behavior. Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Service Master of Pierre has been proudly serving Pierre and Fort Pierre for over 40 years. They offer professional carpet and upholstery cleaning, post-construction cleanup, residential and janitorial services, and thorough disinfection cleans. Service Master Restore provides expert water, smoke, fire, mold, and odor damage restoration, along with drying, dehumidification, and trauma or biohazard cleanup. When disaster strikes, every second counts. Trust the experts who've been doing it for over 40 years. Service Master of Pierre. Get clean today.
Futures aren't made by accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and grit. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support, where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference here.
The best Western Rail.
And a very happy Friday evening. Hello, everybody. I'm Justin Cowart, welcoming you into the Bank West pregame show. KGFX high school basketball coverage on this Friday night brings us west to Sturgis, where the Pierre Governor girls make a weekend trip out here near Rapid City, trying to get above 500 tonight and keep a little win streak going. As they take on the Sturgis Brown Scoopers, who sit at 1-0 on the season. We'll get into their first win and only win of the year. The Pierre Governor girls sit at 1-1 after opening up the season at home with a loss to Rapid City Stevens, but bouncing back nicely with a dominant victory over Rapid City Central. Pierre Governors will take on Sturgis here in town tonight, then travel about 30 minutes up the road tomorrow afternoon to take on Spearfish. Of course, we'll have that coverage for you right here on KGFX and also streaming live on drgnews.com. Tonight, the Pierre Governor boys are back in the state capitol taking on Sturgis. That game is underway and a tight one. And a reminder to download the DRG News app. That way you can bounce around from game to game. As you know, we often have multiple broadcasts going on across our airwaves on game nights like tonight and tomorrow. So download the DRG News app. Make your listening experience much more streamlined and much more enjoyable. Current state here in Sturgis, the JV game wrapping up final 2 minutes here in quarter number 4. The Scoopers going to get the win 36-14 currently on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. Varsity game to follow here shortly. As we have some time, let's take a peek ahead tomorrow at our schedule. As I mentioned, we'll have the Pierre Governor girls versus Spearfish tomorrow afternoon. Our coverage will begin at 2:30 Central Time, 1:30 Mountain Time. Tip-off will be around 3 o'clock Central. Pierre Governor boys will be about an hour before us tomorrow at home against Spearfish. That coverage on River 92.7, and a little bit of a unique coverage setup tomorrow. We will have coverage of the River City Classic on KPLO. We'll have games 1 and 2. Mr. Darren Boyle on the call there. We'll have the coverage get underway around 9:40 tomorrow morning. Tip-off for Game 1 between Lyman and Sioux Falls Lutheran boys will get underway at 10 o'clock. Right after that, second game of the KPLO 3-game slate between between Lyman and Sioux Falls Lutheran boys. And the second game will be Chamberlain versus Sioux Falls Lutheran girls. And then he'll have a little bit of a break in the evening set. It'll be Chamberlain taking on Canastota. That will be the boys' game, and you can watch all 3 of those games live on drgnews.com. But you just go ahead and download the DRG News app so you can listen to Darren Boyle, listen to Brian Oakland, and, well, if you want to, listen to me, call some girls basketball. We're expecting a good one here tonight. This is a Sturgis team that has taken some big steps from last year. As you know, back in 2024, the Pierre Governors dominated this Sturgis team 65-36. A lot of returning girls to this Pierre Governor varsity squad looking to come up with a similar outcome here tonight. Pierre Governors, as we mentioned, at 1-1 on the season, Sturgis at 0-1, and a good contingent of Pierre Governor faithful on the road here tonight. And if you're still making your way out here to Sturgis, drive safely. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you to slow the drive, arrive alive, you've got some place to be. We've got a lot to get to here in our Bank West pregame show. We've got an interview with head coach Kirk Beebout of the Pierre Governor girls. We'll introduce you to our officials meet starting lineups. But first, let's take a peek around the state at some of the AA action going on tonight. Rapid City Stevens currently leading Mitchell by 10 as they start the fourth quarter. Close one between Huron and Rapid City Central, 34-31. The Tigers lead that one heading to the fourth quarter. O'Gorman beat Sioux Falls Jefferson earlier today in convincing fashion, 76-48. Brandon Valley, a stout team, leading Sioux Falls Roosevelt midway through the second quarter, 36-10. Spearfish, the Pierre Governor's opponent tomorrow, will take on Aberdeen Central tonight. That one tipping off here shortly. And, of course, the game here between the Pierre Governor girls and the Sturgis Scoopers. A lot of similar matchups over there on the AA boys side, and we'll have some score updates as this game goes along once we get to our CHS River Plains halftime show. Well, we have Haley Hansen back in the media world headquarters in the state capitol. We've got Caleb Brozick bringing you all the coverage live on drgnews.com via live ticket. Couldn't do it without them, and we couldn't do it without our great sponsors. Big thanks to our friends at Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, New Edge Advisors, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Dakota Mart, TMA, First Dakota National Bank, May Adam Law Office, Edward Jones, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Wagner Auto, Hag Ag, Xander Auto Parts, American Bank and Trust, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, Oahe Federal Credit Union, the Rancota Hotel and Conference Center, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Bauman Lumber, Birding Electric, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, and Tokyo Hibachi and Sushi. Well, the JV game just wrapped up, 39-14 win for the Lady Scoopers as the handshake line gets underway. Both varsity teams about to make their way out onto the hardwood. We can't wait to bring you some high school Governor girls action here tonight on KGFX. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to our keys to success, of course, presented by Buff Nation, where we got to talk to head coach Kirk Beebout, what he expects to see out of his team tonight, also what he has seen through the first two games. It's an early season, but it feels like the Pierre Governor girls have hit their stride a little bit after their first win against Central. We'll dive into that win and so much more here in our Bank West pregame show after this upcoming break. You're listening live on KGFX to the Bank West pregame show ahead of the Pierre Governor girls and the Sturgis Scoopers on KGFX and streaming live on drgnews.com.
There when you need them the most. Bank West insurance agents Sam Kenneke and Angie Taylor are here to make your life easier.
As an independent agency, we're able to customize an insurance plan to fit your individual needs.
We work with dozens of companies to find you the best possible coverage and the best price.
For your insurance needs, contact Sam or Angie at Bank West Insurance in Pierre. Bank West, convenient, connected, committed. Insurance products are not deposits, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, and may go down in value.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School Sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
This winter, Beck Motor Company is your go-to Chevy dealer for automotive needs. From the tough, rugged Chevy Silverado to a versatile Equinox, we've got the perfect ride for every season. Need service? Our expert team is here to keep you cruising through winter with confidence. Beck Motor Company, your trusted local Chevy dealer, proudly serving you with top-notch vehicles, service, and customer care. Stop by today and drive away with a deal you'll love. www.beck-motors.com, 605-224-5912. Century Business Products is a proud provider of the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to the Pierre School District. Backed by 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color cost? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than your local Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Just about 15 minutes away from tipping off game 1 of 2 for the weekend slate for these Pierre Governor varsity girls. They are about to take the floor. The Sturgis Scoopers about to follow them right out as we are getting set for tip. And two good teams going to take the floor. Before we look ahead at the upcoming schedule for the Pierre Governors, we want to take a look back and kind of talk about what these two games have been like for the Govs to start off this 2025-26 campaign. Pierre Governor girls lost that first game to Rapid City Stevens, and I'll tell you what, most teams are going to lose to that Rapid City Stevens team this season. That is a solid squad. 59-27 was the final score there. In game number 2, they bounced back nicely, a 61-51 win that was a slugfest between the Cobblers and the Governors. Although it was a couple late threes by Emery Larson, some great defense by some players down deep, Molly Olson and Mackenzie Flotmeyer, who were able to build a little bit of a cushion at the end of that ball game. And some big shots. You know, the Governors were trailing in that ball game, but they showed resolve, they showed fight. And that's what Kirk Bebout wants to see again here tonight. Quickly, we look back again at the game between these two last season. 65-36 was the final score in favor of the Pierre Governors. However, when you look at this Sturgis Scooper squad, a good contingent of juniors, a couple seniors, so they have returning players. And this is going to be a bit of a more formidable opponent than the Pierre Governor girls saw last year. Of course, they're playing on the road, far from home, so this one not going to be as easy as it may look on paper. See a good team led by Courtney Poole. The Sturgis Scoopers are that can shoot the ball effectively. The Pierre Governors will have a little bit of a size disadvantage, mainly because of Olivia Vleen, who's the junior forward, standing 6'2". It's going to be crucial for the Pierre Governors to work on the boards. Got to get some offensive and defensive rebounds and try not to let Sturgis get any free possessions. How do you do that? You protect the basketball, and you'll hear Kirk Bebout talk a little bit about that when we get to our keys to success. Well, if you're watching live on drgnews.com, we want to thank you for joining us there. If you're listening live on KGFX tonight, give you an idea of kind of the setup. We're caddy-cornered over here in this beautiful Sturgis Scooper gym. The Pierre Governor bench is here on the near side. We're in the corner. The Sturgis Scoopers bench is on the far side. We are on the sideline of the benches. The visiting crowd is on the opposite side. The lights are bright. And as I mentioned, we're under 14 minutes away from getting this one tipped off. You know, it was a quick turnaround for the Pierre Governor girls last weekend. They played Stevens on Friday night. Turn around for an afternoon game with Rapid City Central. There was a bit of concern with Kirk Bebout about maybe some tired legs, maybe so much anxiousness and excitement about getting the season started was going to take a lot of that energy out. It's pretty amazing. You don't really think about it. Yes, you're playing hard, but in the first game of the season, I feel like you want to leave it all out on the floor. Quick turnaround. Bebout was a little bit curious about how his team would respond, but boy, did they ever respond in a great fashion. Emery Larson really got it going in game number 2. They were able to find her some openings. She made a couple big shots for the Governors, and they're going to try to rely on her to do some of the same here tonight. It's going to be a very fun game, and now, without further ado, we've been tagging it up pretty much our whole Bankwest pregame show. Let's get to our Buff Nation keys to success and hear what Kirk Bebout has to say. Before we do that, let's hear a word from our great friends who sponsor our keys to success, our friends over at Buff Nation.
Buff Nation is proud to support and serve area athletics and the Stanley County Buffaloes this season. Buff Nation never stops giving back, and you can become a valued member today with memberships starting at $30. Membership fees include Buff Nation decals, discounted ticketing to events, free concession stand items, and so much more. If you are interested in becoming a member of Buff Nation, please contact Tate Gabriel at 605-222-5537.
And we'll get to our Buff Nation's keys to success here in a moment, as we're having just a little bit of technical difficulty here on the road. Not a surprise. It seems that we always have some sort of technical difficulty trying to get our interview with head coach Kirk Bebout. But we'll see if we can get it going here for you. He had some good things to say, so we'll try this one more time here.
Here with head coach Kirk Bebout ahead of tip-off. Coach, you and I talked in games 1 and 2 about getting some of those nerves out, trying to get into a rhythm. Didn't see that in game 1 against a very good Raiders team, but we saw it in game 2. How do you guys carry that over to tonight?
I mean, just putting into play what we've been doing in practice. I mean, it's got to come out ready to go. It's all about energy and then executing our stuff and playing hard on defense. That's always a big part of it, is who comes out ready to go with energy, and that's what we're looking to do tonight.
You guys talked about rhythm. Emery Larson seemed to get into a good rhythm. Do you feel like she's hit her stride in this early part of the season?
I mean, it's game to game. I mean, kids have good games, and bad games. And honestly, it's not predicated on shots. She hits shots. But I thought Jasmine Josa had a huge game for us defensively. She had 3 points. It doesn't really matter. I mean, are you doing the things that we need you to do defensively? Are you rebounding? Are you in the right spots? Are you executing? Are you screening, cutting hard, taking care of the ball, all those things? So, I mean, it's going to be different people on different nights, and we just need everyone to bring their best effort and see what happens from there.
Saw a tight game called in game 2 against Rapid City Central. Who impressed you off the bench?
For us? Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's kind of like game to game, but I trust all the girls. I mean, otherwise I won't put them out there. So, sometimes they're going to play more, sometimes they're going to play less. I'm not trying to dodge the question, but I mean, I think they all brought something that contributed to us winning that game. So I'd hate to single out one person that came in. I thought they all played an important role, and we don't win that game without everybody.
Best of luck, Coach.
All right, thank you.
And he mentioned something that I think is crucially important to the long-term success of this Pierre Governor girls squad this season. That's the unsung heroes. Yes, we know about Miss Emery Larson, the sharpshooting, how great she is from outside the arc, but it's kind of those unsung heroes like Molly Olson, Mackenzie Flotmeyer, who make a huge impact on the basketball game, not only offensively, but defensively as well. And I want to key in on Molly Olson. She is a good shooter from the outside. She doesn't take many shots, but she hits big shots when it counts. It takes me back to a game last season in which a couple Governors were injured. Molly Olson got the start, hit a couple huge shots early in the game to give the Governors a little bit of a rhythm, give them a little bit of a point cushion, and they would go on to win that basketball game, even in the absence of some of their big stars. So I think it's going to come down to some unsung heroes, not only tonight, not only throughout the rest of this season, but kind of throughout if you want to get into postseason play and try to make a trip back to the state tournament. You're going to have a team effort all the way across the board. Let's look ahead to the upcoming schedule for these two teams. Of course, after tonight, we've mentioned it about 5 times already. Girls are headed to Spearfish tomorrow afternoon. We'll have that coverage on KGFX beginning around 2:30 Central Time. After that, it's Christmas break for the Pierre Governor girls. They'll be back on January 3rd hosting Biggs Bismarck, as 3 straight home games for the Governor girls will be a welcome return into the new year. After that, they will welcome Harrisburg in on the 8th of January. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip. After that 8th game, that'll be against Sioux Falls, Washington on January 10th. That will be a 2 o'clock tip. Long breakout for about 10 days before the girls head down to Douglas. And you'll get your first meeting of our good friend Matthew Giavoni on that coverage after Douglas. It's on the road at Brandon Valley, then on the road at Aberdeen Central before they come home and face the vaunted O'Gorman squad on January 30th. Let's take a look at the Sturgis Brown Scoopers' upcoming schedule after tonight. They are back in action tomorrow afternoon, taking on Aberdeen Central here in this building. Then they hit the Christmas break back on January 2nd against Watertown. And the very next day, they take on T-Area. A lot of games in the early part of January for Sturgis. On the 6th, 3 days after they play T, they play Rapid City Central. Follow that up on the 9th with a 2-game road trip, one against Rapid City Christian, and then 4 days later against Rapid City Stevens. They'll then have about 11 days off or so, take on Custer, follow that up with Hill City, and to close out the month of January on the road against St. Thomas More and Mapialuta. Well, both teams getting loose. Captains meeting at midcourt. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll meet our game officials, introduce you to the starting lineups, and get this thing tipped off here in Sturgis on a Friday night. You're listening to the BankWest pregame show live ahead of the Pierre Governor girls and the Sturgis Scoopers on grgnews.com and KGFX.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. They make it easy when looking for a new vehicle, getting all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop into Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for all your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
I'm Scott Nye. As a coach for the Pierre Governors, I know a winning game plan is crucial. When it comes to your finances, you deserve one too. At New Edge Advisors, our name is new, but our commitment to you isn't. We're the same trusted team you've known, and we've expanded our playbook of resources to help you plan for retirement, manage investments, and protect your future. Let's build the strategy that gets your financial future into the end zone.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC is a separate entity from LPL Financial.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
It's close to Christmas time, running out of time to do your Christmas shopping. So make sure you get that covered. Just a friendly reminder to all you folks out there, it is sneaking up quickly, as is tip-off for this girls' game here on a Friday night. Hello, everybody. Justin Cowart welcoming you back into the BankWest pregame show. Under 5 minutes away from getting game one of two here on Friday and Saturday underway. Governors are going to try to complete this road trip undefeated and get to 3-1 on the season. Sturgis trying to stay undefeated with their 1-0 record here tonight. And this is going to be a fun matchup. Well, we talked a little bit about it with Kirk Bebout, but look for the Pierre Governor girls to try to get some good shots going from the outside. It's going to be tough work working against Miss Olivia Vleem, who stands at 6'2". Kira Killinger also standing just under 6 feet. She's playing forward, a senior for the Scooper varsity girls. So going to be tough to work the boards tonight. So I need to get the outside shots going if you're the Pierre Governor girls. Another name that has really made an impact here. She's a junior for the Pierre Governor girls, but she has been playing above that. It's Jordan Kirky, who is kind of mixes between center forward, also can shift into some guard, but she has checked in and played some valuable minutes in the early going. I know we're only 2 games into the season, but she's been a bright spot for this Pierre Governor girls team. And we talked with Kirk Bebout in game one ahead of the Rapid City Stevens matchup about that missing piece of Lennox Dupree. It's you can't look away from it. Lennox Dupree was an incredibly valuable piece, maybe one of the best female basketball players to ever go through the Pierre Governor program, and there have been some outstanding players. And Lennox Dupree was one of those outstanding players, and it was not about trying to fill her shoes, but becoming that new piece that is not necessarily stepping in and filling in for Lennox Dupree, but kind of carving and blazing their own trail. And Jordan Kirky, if she can continue that trend, she is going to be one of those names that might really stick out later on in the season. Can't wait to see her get into some action tonight. A lot of good players coming off the bench for the Pierre Governor girls. Against Rapid City Central, the Governors got into some foul trouble, and that is what I was implying with Coach Bebout. Not sure if my question got through. I'm not the best sideline interviewer, so don't know if he fully understood my question about the foul trouble that the Pierre Governor girls had been in. But with that being said, it was a great opportunity for some of these younger players, some of these non-starters to come off the bench and get some very valuable minutes in the early going of this season. So hopefully we get to see some good bench play from the Governors here tonight. All right, let's introduce you to our game officials. But first, let's hear a word from our friends who sponsor our introduction of game officials, the Law in the Office, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection.
Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty, your utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency and the need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts, and you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
And our great officials tonight, brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, is Landon Arnold, Kane Kohler, and Todd Alberson. Well, we're about to get the national anthem underway and introduce you to the starting lineups here on the floor. So let's meet our starters for tonight's matchup. As always customary, we'll start with the opponent for the Pierre Governor girls. It'll be senior Tori Williams leading the charge, running the point, 5'6" guard. Leah Long, a junior guard, standing at 5'9". Kira Killinger, a senior at 5'11". We talked a little bit about Kira. And, of course, Olivia Vleen, the 6'2" junior forward, who might be able to give the Governors some problems around the board tonight. Closing out the starting lineup is senior Addie Kostler. She stands 5'7", playing forward, and the Scoopers are led by Miss Courtney Poole. For the Pierre Governors, pretty much the same starting five as we're used to seeing. It'll be Molly Olson, Emery Larson, Jordan Kirky, Mackenzie Flotmeyer. We'll see a little bit of a rotation between Jasmine Yost and some other players off the bench. We've seen a lot of Marina Bushbaum here in the early going. Alex Ludeman has checked in late in some games. We've seen Faith Baumberger check in, Brent Stoser. So we're going to see a lot of these names here tonight. Looking forward to it. And we are moments away from getting tip-off going here in Sturgis. That has been the BankWest pregame show. We're going to step away for our final break here before the national anthem plays here in the gym. And they will introduce starting lineups, and we'll be back with our tip-off here on KGFX and DRGnews.com.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications, as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. They make it easy when looking for a new vehicle, getting all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop into Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for all your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Century Business Products is a proud provider of the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to the Pierre School District, backed by 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color cost? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than your local Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
This winter, Beck Motor Company is your go-to Chevy dealer for automotive needs. From the tough, rugged Chevy Silverado to a versatile Equinox, we've got the perfect ride for every season. Need service? Our expert team is here to keep you cruising through winter with confidence. Beck Motor Company, your trusted local Chevy dealer, proudly serving you with top-notch vehicles, service, and customer care. Stop by today and drive away with a deal you'll love. www.beck-motors.com, 605-224-5912.
I'm Scott Nye. As a coach for the Pierre Governors, I know a winning game plan is crucial. When it comes to your finances, you deserve one too. At New Edge Advisors, our name is new, but our commitment to you isn't. We're the same trusted team you've known, and we've expanded our playbook of resources to help you plan for retirement, manage investments, and protect your future. Let's build the strategy that gets your financial future into the end zone.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC is a separate entity from LPL Financial.
Moments away from tip-off. Hello, everybody. Welcoming you back to Sturgis on KGFX. I'm Justin Cowart. Haley Hansen's back in the DRG Media Group studios, keeping us up on air tonight. If you're watching live on drgnews.com, the one, the only, the great Caleb Brozick has got us up on air here tonight. Starting lineups being announced out on the floor. Again, your Pierre Governors starting 5, Jasmine Yost, Molly Olson, Emery Larson, Jordan Kirky, and Mackenzie Flotmeyer. Starting 5 for the Sturgis Scoopers, Tori Williams, Leah Long, Kira Killinger, Olivia Vleem, and Addie Kostler. Pierre Governor girls are led by head coach Kirk Bebout. The Sturgis Scoopers are led by Miss Courtney Poole, and they are making their way out onto the floor. Governors huddled up. They'll be attacking from our side over to the far side. If you're listening, they're going to be attacking away from you, over towards your headlights, and coming into your driver's seat is going to be the Sturgis Scoopers tonight. Getting set for tip. Pierre Governors in their road blacks with green, Governor green stripes around the outsides. Numerals in green outlined in white. Some black and white stripes down the shorts. Scoopers in their home whites with Sturgis across the chest in red, outlined in red, numerals in black. Ready for the tip. It's Addie Kostler. It's Molly Olson, and we are underway. That was actually Mackenzie Flotmeyer. One was tipped, or tip was won, rather, by the Scoopers, but a quick turnover leads to an outlet pass up for Jordan Kirky. She couldn't get the layup to go. We'll be bringing you scores off our Wegner Auto scoreboard tonight. There's a good crowd in here making it nice and loud. Good early season, even a playoff feel here in the building tonight. Scoopers Trying to get on the board. Leah Long driving, has it stripped away by Jordan Kirky. Emery Larson out and running, dribbling with the right, picks it up on the elbow, gives to Kirky just inside the free throw line. Shot is blocked by Olivia Vleem. And now we've got a whistle. And unfortunately for the Sturgis Scoopers, Addie Kostler has got a bloody nose after some contact. Didn't see where the contact was, but Courtney Poole will assist her to the bench. Briley Heath will check in for the Scoopers, and she'll do the inbounding here. Ball on the Governor's defensive side of the floor. Scoopers will inbound it to Leah Long. Long dribbling with the right, hassled by Jasmine Yost. Ball at the top of the key. Dribbling with the left is Tori Williams. Swings to Vleem at the top of the key. Back to Leah Long. Good ball movement here by the Scoopers. Long's got it on the near side wing. Fakes the shot, drives from the block, off the glass, and good. And we are on the board as the Sturgis Scoopers take an early 2-0 lead. Jasmine Yost trapped at midcourt, gets it over and gets it off to Mackenzie Flotmeyer, and a foul is called. Believe they got Bleem on that. And that will certainly help the Governor's cause if they can get 6'2" Olivia Vleem in some foul trouble. Quick inbound in front of the Scoopers bench to Jasmine Yost. Again, the Governor's attacking away from us here in this first half as Emery Larson has that bounce pass from Jasmine Yost, slipped through her fingertips and out of bounds right in front of the Sturgis Scoopers student section. Emery Larson meeting Tori Williams at midcourt, picking her up here to the near side wing. Inside to Leah Long. Shot is up, no good. Fight for the loose ball. Still loose on the floor. Molly Olson going down to the floor with Briley Heath. Scoopers will retain. Here's a three from the top of the key. Off the front iron and no good for Tori Williams. And the Governors come down with the rebound. Jasmine Yost trying to drive off to the right side wing. Gets fouled hard, and that'll go against Briley Heath. So now 2 team fouls for the Sturgis Scoopers here with 6:15 to play in the first quarter. Jasmine Yost, of course, not afraid of contact. Always flying around, a crucial piece to this team. Again, you know, we talk about her a lot. You could kind of characterize her as one of those unsung heroes. Doesn't light up the stat sheet often with points, but she makes an unbelievable amount of plays, as does Molly Olson, who knocks down a three from the corner. We talked about how big some of her impact shots have been early in games, and she hits one there to get the Governors on the board. They lead 3-2. Dribbling with the left, driving the lane is Kira Killinger. Gives it away. Emery Larson comes up with the steal. Larson driving the lane, kicks out. Olson wants another from the left side wing. This time no good. Bounces off the rim, and Tori Williams will let it travel out of bounds. Governors employing a soft press, now picked up at midcourt. Scoopers get it across, up to the top of the key for Williams. She thought about three, but swings to a wide open Kira Killinger, who can't kill the three. And it's pulled in by Flotmeyer in the far side corner. Long float pass, was trying to get it up ahead to Ellen Hart, who has checked into the game, but a little bit too high. So the Scoopers will get it back. Pump fake on the three, driving the lane is Leah Long, and it's blocked and taken away by Kirky. Great defense here in the opening quarter from the Pierre Governors. Emery Larson now driving, picks up the dribble, swings to Kirky on the far side elbow to our right, and another foul. And this will go against Briley Heath. That'll be her second, third team foul for the Scoopers here in the first quarter. Jasmine Yost will check back in. Mackenzie Flotmeyer will take a seat. Governors huddling up underneath the basket before they break for this inbound pass. Ellen Hart will distribute, but not before one of our great officials. Make sure everybody has enough space to operate. Quick kick out to Larson. Larson for three from the corner. That's no good. Kirky with a strong rebound, and she gets it on the putback. Jordan Kirky, undersized against this Scooper interior, but making a huge play there. Olivia Vleem almost has this one stripped away in the lane, but she is able to corral it. Kick to the corner. Three on the way for Heath, and she knocks it down. 5-5 here with 4:40 to play in the first quarter. Good defense and now some offense. Emery Larson with a long three, but she stepped on the line and will be called out of bounds. That's the thing about Emery Larson. She has no conscience when it comes to where she wants to shoot the three. We saw a couple of threes where her foot was on the midcourt logo against Central. Here's a quick shot from the baseline for Addie Kostler, off the mark, pulled in by Kinley Stewart. Second shot put up, this time by Briley Heath. That is no good. And the first foul of the game, that's going to go against the Scoopers. This time it's against Kinley Stewart. That's the fourth team foul. One more puts the Governors at the line for the remainder of this first quarter. Certainly a positive sign if you're Kirk Bebout, seeing some of those Scoopers get into foul trouble. Briley Heath with 2, Kinley Stewart and Olivia Vleen both with 1. Governors have yet to commit the infraction, so they stay clean on the foul statistic. Here's a inside shot from Jordan Kirky, a long 2, and she uses the glass, and Kirky has got 4, and the Governors have the lead. Cross midcourt comes Tori Williams, trying to kick it here to the near side corner, and that'll travel out of bounds and all the way into the mezzanine. Beautiful venue here in Sturgis. Can only imagine when they use these upper bleachers how raucous this environment can get. Jasmine Yost inbounds. Governors leading 7-5 here midway through the first. Ellen Hart dribbling with the right, just barely gets it across midcourt in 10 seconds. Emery Larson hassled on a trap, kicked over to the corner. Ellen Hart finds Olsen. Olsen wants 3, a bit long, and the rebound pulled down by Killinger. Killinger running point, quickly distributes off to Tori Williams. Kostler, beautiful feed down low, and the finish is good for Kira Killinger. Has an awesome feed inside. Killinger on the cut, keeping her eyes on the basketball. As Hart swings to Larson. Larson wants 3. That's short. Another rebound by Kirky. A putback, does a 360 spin around the rim and pops out. And now we've got an offensive foul coming up the floor, committed by Tori Williams. That's the 5th in the first quarter for the Scoopers. Because these Scoopers were on offense, that will not lead to free throws here for the Governors, but they've gotten into the bonus with 3:13 to play here in the first, still tied at 7. Yost inbounds. Emery Larson picked up at midcourt by Heath. Long swing pass from Olsen, and Emery Larson steps on that far sideline again. When you're playing in Riggs High Gym, the bleachers really hug up to those 2 sidelines. Here in this Sturgis gym, there's a lot more room between the bleachers and the edge of the floor. Emery Larson still trying to get comfortable with this spacing. Meanwhile, the pass is tipped out of bounds by Riley Heath. So the Governors will get the possession back. Kirky picks up at the top of the key, hands off to Ellen Hart. Hart found herself wide open for 3, and she knocks it down. 2 threes for the Governors here in the first quarter, has them out in front 10-7. Emery Larson popping up and down as she covers Killinger. This one swung here near side wing. Cross-court pass. Driving is Killinger again, and a blocking foul called on Kirky down low. And this will lead to free throws. Our first free throw attempts of the evening here for either side. So Killinger trying to cut into this deficit. She can make it a 1-point game if she knocks down both. And she rattles the first in and out. So the best she can do here is make it a 2-point ball game, can Killinger. Scooper now 0 from 1 from the line. Make it 0 for 2. No good on the second. Jordan Kirky rips down the rebound. Jasmine Yost quickly across midcourt. Pump fake on the 3 for Larson. Knocks it down on the second attempt. Well, she got the defender to jump out of her shoes on the first. She pulled it down, stepped to her left, and knocked down the 3. Her first points of the game have the Govs in front by 6 now, and a whistle on an alternating possession. The possession arrow favoring the Governors after the Scoopers won the tip. Tell you what, the defense has been outstanding here in the opening period for the Pierre Governors. Getting close to double-digit steals. 2 minutes to go, 13-7. Governors trying to continue to stretch out this early lead. Emery Larson wants an NBA range three on the Spruce. Emery Larson getting a little bit of a rhythm here. She's 2 for 5 from outside the arc, but 2 of those 5 she stepped out of bounds. So now just 2 for 3. In the meantime, Addie Kostler knocks down a 3 from the wing. That'll cut this deficit back to 6 for the Scoopers. Ellen Hart running point, trying to kick to Larson in the far side corner. Again, if you're just joining us listening on KGFX, we're set up here in the corner overlooking the hardwood up top. Pierre Governors attacking away from us. Sturgis Scoopers coming right at us. And a timeout taken on the floor, and we'll take it with them. Our timeouts are sponsored by Integra. We'll tell you what they have to say after this 30-second break. 16-10. Governors lead in the first.
Wagner Auto
Hotel
Company
in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota. Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Integra cooperative today. Welcoming you back in, Justin Cowart coming to you live from Sturgis on KGFX tonight. Holly Olson gets the inbound from Ellen Hart. Ellen Hart gets the pass back from Olson, brings it to the top of the key. Larson with it now, swings to the far side wing for Olson, kicks inside. Kirky pump fakes from the free throw line, kicks to the near side corner for Yost. Too long on the long 2. Kirky comes down with another rebound, swings back out to Yost. Yost driving the lane and draws the foul. Whether Yost was in the active shooting or not, she's headed to the line regardless. That foul called against Addie Kostler, her first of the evening. 16 fouls in the first period for the Sturgis Scoopers as Jasmine Yost knocks down the first free throw of the night for the Pierre Governors. And she makes it a pair. 18-10. Governors looking good here in the first. Under 60 seconds to go as Kinley Stewart brings it up the floor. Marina D. Haugen has checked into the ball game for the Scoopers. Ball swinging around the outside of the arc. Here's D. Haugen driving. Pump fake the 3. Can't get it to go off the glass as she drove the baseline. And Ellen Hart came down with the rebound, but double dribbled and knew it exactly as she got the rebound, dribbled once, just kind of corral it, and then started to almost fall away. Had to throw the ball back down to the floor, and right as she did, she almost just looked around hoping there would be no whistle, but the officials were all over it. Scoopers have it back, inbound from the baseline. Quick shot, no good for Kostler. Rebound pulled down by Killinger, turns the corner and lays it up for 2. Governors have the shot clock shut off with 20 seconds to play here in the first period. They can play for the final shot. Although Leah Long making it hard on Ellen Hart. Finally gets it away to Jasmine Yost, and Jasmine Yost is fouled. And that'll belong to Tori Williams. That'll be her second of the evening. And going to the line for 2 more free throws is Jasmine Yost. So Yost just knocked down 2 free throws back-to-back to give the Governors an 18-12 lead. She can now get here into the 20s with these 2 free throws. Whirls it, fires it, and off the back iron, no good. Couple substitutions check in for the Scoopers. Dee Haugen back into the ball game, as is Tori Williams. Tori Williams is checked out with the 2 fouls. As Jasmine Yost knocks down the second free throw, that was Briley Heath that checked in. 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Driving baseline, and a foul is going to be called, this time against Jasmine Yost. That'll be her first. As Leah Long drove along the baseline. Wasn't much contact. Kirk Bebout not too pleased with that call. 7.2 on the clock is the Scoopers inbound. Up top is Killinger. Killinger working on Olsen. 1 second to shoot. Gets it off at the buzzer. No good. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. 12-19 is our score on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. Pierre Governors out in front. We'll be back in 60 seconds with period number 2 on KGFX.
Online loan application. You can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Winter programs start now at Grossenberg Implement. The Cold Start program is here to help you get ready before the deep freeze hits. Now's the perfect time to check your block heaters, coolant freeze points, and batteries. The top reason they get service calls every winter. Don't wait until it's too late. Stop by your local Grossenberg Implement or call them today and they'll come out and check your equipment for you. Keep your operation running strong this winter with Grossenberg Implement Service, the other half of a great product.
What if we back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Lead back in Pierre, 50-43 at the start of the fourth quarter in the boys' game. So trying to make it a doubleheader sweep on this Friday night. Leah Long trying to squeeze it in. It's deflected away. Olivia Vleem and Jasmine Yost go racing over towards the Governor's bench, both diving to try to save it. Last touched by Jasmine Yost. Arena D. Haugen will do the inbounding, guarded by Molly Olsen. D. Haugen going to float this one over the top of the head of Olsen, up to Briley Heath. Emery Larson picks up Heath. Blaine hands off to D. Haugen, floats it to the baseline. Good ball movement here for the Scoopers, but it goes through the hand of its intended target, picked off by Hart. Hart drives down, and a pass inside intended for Molly Olsen is well defended. Leah Long knocks it out of play, and that'll give her Scoopers teammates the chance to set up the defense as the Govs get ready to inbound. Again, 19-12 after 7:31 to go here in the first half. Hart with a quick kick in. Kirky turns around, finds Yost at the top of the key, off the front iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hart. Kirky with a long two, nothing but net. That's what we were talking about with Jordan Kirky. Now 6 points on the evening for her, and a whistle. They will get Ellen Hart with her first foul of the evening, reaching in as the Scoopers cross the midcourt line. D. Haugen again to inbound. Larson with 6. Jordan Kirky now with 6. Each of the starting 5 here have found their way onto the stat sheet. Everybody has scored. And this starting 5 for the Governors. D. Haugen here on the near side of the floor in the far side corner. Kicks up to the top of the key for Killinger. Long three on the way for D. Haugen. No good. Olsen with a good box out. Secures the rebound. Dangerous pass up ahead. Deflected away by D. Haugen and scooped up by the Scoopers' Killinger. D. Haugen left alone as she steps inside the arc. Fires a short two. No good. Over the rim. Pulled down by Kirky. Larson drives forward. Hands off to Ellen Hart. Here's a long three from Emery Larson. It's short, but Olsen's there for the board. Kicked out to Kirky. Kirky drives the lane. And a tie-up. And some good hands there by Leah Long as she got inside the free throw line. All squeezed and held on through the alternating possession. It'll stay with the Govs, but it flips the possession arrow for the next. Some good hands there by Long, not to commit the foul, too. That's always such a tough play to make. Ellen Hart running out of time, finally gets it into Kirky outside the arc. Kirky drives inside the baseline, fouled hard on the block, and she will head to the line. That foul will be assessed to number 33, Kira Killinger. That'll be her first foul of the evening. Kira Killinger with the 4 points for the Scoopers. Kirky looking to add to her total and become the lead scorer in the ball game, and she can't knock down the first. Governors 3 for 5 from the charity stripe thus far here with 6:25 left in the second quarter. Governors out in front 21-12, and Kirky goes 0 for 2 in this trip. Stewart Brinks kicks to the corner. Here's a 3 for Tori Williams. That's off the front iron, no good, and an outstanding piece of positioning from Molly Olson. Didn't go after the rebound, just shielded off Kira Killinger before she could get to it. An outstanding placement there by Molly Olson, and Kirk Bebout takes his first Ag Tegra timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds with more from the second period. Governors lead 21-12 on KGFX.
Bank isn't a place to lock up money. It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Molly Olson, Ellen Hart trying to get out of trouble, has that one deflected out of play, so they'll just reset, do it again. Jasmine Yost inbound from the same exact spot, right on the S of the Sturgis Brown that runs along the baseline. Molly Olson whips a pass towards midcourt. It's picked off by Killinger. Scoopers back on offense. Trying to feed it down low. It's saved as it was going out of bounds by Leah Long, but her pass was too long. Emery Larson comes away with it. Beautiful feed inside to Molly Olson. She's fouled as she goes up for the left-handed layup. Then we'll get that on Kinley Stewart. That's her second foul. Governors 3 for 6 from the line. Molly Olson trying to extend this 9-point lead into double digits. First free throw for Olson is up and good. Molly Olson hit a big 3 to start this game. She's got 4 points, looking for 5 with this second free throw. Beautiful stroke. 2 perfect shots for Molly Olson. And the inbound is picked off and stolen by Molly Olson, and she puts it back. Man, is she having a good start to this ball game. Governor's defense sleeping a little bit. Kira Killinger got behind them, and she lays it up and in for 2. Good answer there by the Scoopers. Inbound pass deflected. Touched by Briley Heath. Molly Olson lets it travel out to the Governor's bench. Jasmine Yost will reset. Now here in the near side corner. Good pass to Molly Olson. Governor's now out and running with numbers. Olson drives in the block, picks up the dribble, nearly walked. Larson gives it right back to Olson. Can't hit the short 2. And the ball is touched out of bounds. They're going to say that last one off of Tori Williams and will stay with the Governors. Tell you, when the Governors' three-point shooting is on, much like it is tonight, Emery Larson with 2 threes, Molly Olson and Ellen Hart with 1 apiece. They are hard to stop. Here's Jasmine Yost driving. Picks up at the baseline. Twirling on the block. Looking for a way out. Good pass to Olson on the left side wing. Olson trying to shake the defender. Drives. Goes up against the tall Olivia Vleem. And can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Killinger. Forced ahead. Tori Williams with it. Cross-court pass to Killinger. Killinger guarded by Olson at the top of the key. They swing to D. Haugen. Pounding, suffocating defense by the Pierre Governors here. Here's a drive by Killinger. She's fouled as she tries to lay it up underhanded with the right. Wouldn't make the shot, but she can earn them from the free throw line here with 4:50 to play in the second period. Jordan Kirky assessed with the foul. That's her second. Killinger with 6 points. Going to stay right there. Misses the free throw. Sturgis 0 for 3 from the line so far here tonight. Free throws so crucially important. Second one is up and another Manette. First made free throw of the evening for the Scoopers. Got to make your free throws, especially when they start to mount up as they often do in these very physical matchups. Molly Olson got in trouble on the press, gave it away at midcourt from her own baseline. It was a dangerous pass ahead. It was picked off by Killinger. Ellen Hart is called for the foul as Killinger tried to drive the lane. Ellen Hart now with her second foul. 3 team fouls in the second quarter for the Govs, just 2 for the Scoopers. D. Haugen now with it. Kicked off to Heath. Still moving around. D. Haugen had to chase this pass towards midcourt. Almost went over and back. Saved it at the last moment, but this time she won't be able to save it. Gives it right back to Ellen Hart on the errant pass up by Olivia Vleem. Now on the far end of the floor, a loose ball battle. And they're going to call the foul against Ellen Hart as both went diving down. So that's the third for Ellen Hart. 4th team foul of the second quarter. Ellen Hart will have to take a seat. (25-15) Governors with a comfortable lead here midway through the second quarter. Marina D. Haugen picked up by Jasmine Yost. If there's one person I would not want guarding me all night, it's Jasmine Yost. That's going to be an exhausting evening. Here's a 3-pointer from the far side wing. No good for Heath. Govs pull down the rebound. Another fight for the loose ball. They'll say alternating possession, and this will belong to the Scoopers. Leah Long was the Scooper to get tied up with it. D. Haugen will swap with Tori Williams to do the inbounding. Up at the top of the key is Long, dribbling with the right. Kick to the corner for Vleem. Forcing Vleem to dribble with the left hand. Long cross-court pass saved by Jasmine Yost, and she tiptoes and stays inbound along the baseline. Governors out and running. Olsen kicks to Larson. Larson for 3. No good. Off the side of the rim, and that one will travel out of play. So much fun to watch Emery Larson. We talked to her after that Rapid City Central win. We asked her, we said, what are you thinking when you start to pull some of those shots from so far outside the arc? She kind of said, didn't mince words, really not thinking, just trusting my shot. And there's a 3-pointer on the way for Leah Long off the back iron. Bounces right out directly to Tori Williams. Trying to float one in along the baseline from the top of the key, but too tall for Addie Kostler. But back to that little talk with Emery Larson. Said, I put so much work and effort in honing my craft. I just trust my shot. Know I can hit from just about anywhere. And well, we learned that plenty of times last season, but certainly against Rapid City Central, she was pulling up from all over the place and knocking down some very lengthy threes. Scoopers have initiated a full court press, and it's paying off as Marina Bushbaum collides with Arena D. Haugen. And they'll call Bushbaum on the foul. That'll be her first. Now the Governors. Oh, wow, they're going to switch this call. It's going to go against the Scoopers. So Marina Bushbaum has the foul wiped off. It'll be assessed to Arena D. Haugen, much to the dismay of the Scoopers fans here in attendance. It was hard contact, but I think the officials got the call right. That pass was headed for Bushbaum. She was in the right to make the play on it. Arena D. Haugen just a little bit too physical. Molly Olson almost called for a travel right in front of the Scoopers bench. Scoopers are ratcheting up the defensive pressure here as they dive in front of that pass intended for Olson. Batted out of play. And Molly Olson will look to inbound. 3:04 remaining here in the second quarter. Pass is picked off. It's Kostler. Kostler drives, trying to do it all herself, and she lays it in off the glass. Kostler's got 5. And we've got an officials timeout. They're going to get together and talk this over. Meanwhile, score on our Wegner Auto scoreboard, 25-17. Can't imagine what these two officials are discussing here. There was a lot of contact. And now a delay of game has been called in after the made basket. Addie Kostler got the ball and kind of flung it behind her back out of play, forcing Jasmine Yost to try to chase it down. It's not a technical foul or anything like that that'll put the Govs to the line, but if you do that more than once, then there is some discipline that could come in. Governors looking to break a little dry spell. Three-pointer on the way and no good. This one will be chased out of bounds, and we'll say it went off of the Scoopers. That three was taken by Bryn Stoser. Molly Olson has 7 points. Emery Larson with 6. Jordan Kirky on the bench. She's got 6 as well. Emery Larson gets the inbound. Foot on the three-point line. Can't hit the shot. Didn't catch any part of the rim. A little bit long. And that might be the effect of Emery Larson getting so used to taking shots from way outside as a reach-in foul is called against the Governors. And this will be enough to send the Scoopers to the line. Jasmine Yost draws her second foul. It'll be Arena D. Haugen to take these 2 bonus free throws. Well, it's kind of been a tale of 2 quarters here. The Governors commanded that first, taking a 19-12 lead. Scoopers, however, have kind of dug in defensively. It's 21-12 at one point. First free throw by Arena D. Haugen is Rob. Hit the back iron, bounced off the front, hit the glass, then tapped the front iron again, and just continued rolling forward and out. 2:35 to play in the second quarter. Second free throw by D. Haugen gets the home roll that time around. She goes 1 for 2 from the line. And it's 25-18, Governors lead. First points for Arena D. Haugen. Emery Larson's pass deflected right back to her. She swings to the far side corner for Olson. Olson dribbling with the left, almost has it jarred free. Here's a Larson three from way downtown. No good, but bounces right back to her at the top of the key. She swings to Flottmeyer. Flottmeyer to Stoser. Stoser picks up the dribble. More hounding defense by the Scoopers, and they're going to get the turnover. Stoser was trying to swing it back towards the top of the key for Mackenzie Flottmeyer. Her pass was deflected right back into her shoulder and bounces out of play into the Scoopers bench. And the Scoopers have kind of commandeered all the momentum here in this second quarter. 2:06 to play, 25-18 on our Wegner Auto scoreboard here in the second. Killinger being hassled at midcourt. Larson covering Williams. Back to Killinger, trying to feed it inside. Good defense by Marina Bushbaum. Gets it deflected right to Bryn Stoser. Stoser driving, looks for Larson. Larson's got an open three. Off the front iron, no good. Bounces right to Tori Williams. Riley Heath there to claim the rebound. Killinger crossing midcourt. 90 to go here in the second quarter. D. Haugen trapped by Stoser, and a timeout called wisely by Courtney Poole and the Sturgis Scoopers. It'll be a 30-second break. We'll be back in a half a minute after this on KGFX.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. Governors trying to take a halftime lead here with 1:28 remaining in the second quarter. That timeout taken there by the Sturgis Scoopers after some good defense by the Pierre Governors. D. Haugen will inbound. It's back on the pass, gives to Killinger on the baseline, quickly swinging it around the outside of the arc are the Scoopers. Trying to drive and kick out, but stolen by Molly Olson. Ollie Olson with a bullet chest pass to Emery Larson, who was arm's reach away. Olson thinking about three. From the corner, thinks better of it, drives, tries to kick to Bushbaum, and it's stolen by D. Haugen. Turnovers piling up for both of these teams. Killinger working on Olson. Up to the top for D. Haugen. Ball does not stay in one player's hands too long for the Scoopers offense. Kostler along the baseline, loses the dribble. Olson goes down. 3-4 bodies on the floor, 3 of which were Governors, and an alternating possession call. And good work and active hands by Pierre will win them the possession back. 41.8 now remaining. Stoser trapped in the corner. Not a place you want to be. Has to pick up the dribble. Swings it around the side of the defender. Finds Larson. Larson is pushed out of bounds, and they'll get Addie Kostler with the foul. That'll be the 4th team foul of this second quarter. Kostler's got 2 fouls on the night. She's got 5 points. Olivia Vleen will check in for Kostler. 34 seconds remain after that foul, so the shot clock will be shut off for the Govs. They can take the last shot if Sturgis will allow it. Ollie Olson remembering she still has the dribble, and another foul, and now Olson's going to get to go to the line for 2 free throws. Leah Long trying to get a little greedy, reaching in. And because that was the 5th foul, Olson has a chance to make this a 9-point lead for the Govs. Ollie Olson having a good night thus far. She's hit 2 free throws tonight, hit a 3. And this one rattles out. Her first 2 free throws were so perfect, the net didn't even move when the ball went through the rim. That's how you know you got the good rotation and the perfect touch. Olson trying to split the pair here. And she does. 26-18, Governors lead with 22 seconds to play in the half. Marina D. Haugen swings to Killinger. Killinger's got an open 3. That's no good. Through the hands of the rebounding Briley Heath and out of bounds. And the Governors will have just under 13 seconds. Trying to put an exclamation point on this first half. Flottmeyer swings into Stoser. Stoser's gotten into some trouble down there. Another foul called against Arena D. Haugen. That pass from Stoser forced Mackenzie Flottmeyer to go up high for the pass. Arena D. Haugen trying to get to it, make contact with the right arm of Flottmeyer. And now Flottmeyer looks to get on the stat sheet for the first time tonight. No points, no fouls for the Governor senior. Well, Flottmeyer making sure she's got the footing right. A couple of toe taps and fires. Hits off the back iron. Had so much backspin after the contact that it just went up the elevator shaft and dropped right down through. So Flottmeyer's on the score sheet. And she gets them both. 2 good free throws there from Mackenzie Flottmeyer. Makes it a 9-point lead for the Pierre Governors here with 8.9 remaining. Stick around for the CHS River Plains halftime show. We'll take a look at some scores from around the state. Scoopers, do they have enough time to get one final shot off? They'll force it inside to Vleen. She loses it. Emery Larson tracks it down, and that'll bring us to the end of this first half. 27-18 lead. Pierre Governors out in front. We'll be back in 3 minutes with our CHS River Plains halftime show here on KGFX and streaming live on drgnews.com.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Tide Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience, learn from factory-trained service experts, and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Tide Machinery, Highmore, Miller, and Pierre, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats and attics to rodents and walls, ants in kitchens, stubborn bedbug infestations, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Most people don't think about their furnace until it's not working, but we do. At Pipe Service Experts, we are trained to see what others miss. Airflow restrictions, pressure imbalances, heat exchanger flaws. That's how we catch little issues before they become cold nights and costly repairs. Because keeping your home warm takes more than just a toolbox. Our certified technicians will get your system running at peak condition. Call Pint Service Experts for our special $99 precision tune-up today. Call 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
What if the market shifts? What if the margins on your farm keep getting tighter? Simplot Grower Solutions is here to help. Simplot Crop Advisors know South Dakota corn, soybean, wheat, and other crops like you do because they live and work here. So, even if the market shifts or the margins keep getting tighter, you'll have the insight and support to keep moving forward. Simplot Grower Solutions.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Our hash mark over the middle and wide open at the 30-yard line. Carter shuffle by and touchdown. Here's Olson, plenty of time, 3 seconds, gets to shoot, and it's good for 3.
From football, volleyball, and soccer to basketball, wrestling, and softball. Follow the Pierre Governors on the official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, and also on the River 92.7 page of the DRG News smartphone app and drgnews.com.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Buying or selling a home is a big decision. You need an expert who knows the market and gets results. Scott Darnall at Lee Real Estate in Pierre brings experience, local knowledge, and a no-nonsense approach to help you navigate every step. Whether you're looking for the perfect home or the best offer, Scott is committed to making the process smooth and stress-free. Ready to make your next move? Call Scott Darnall at 605-220-2676. Lee Real Estate, Meredith Lee, broker, owner.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
At Iverson Auto,
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
It's the start of the third quarter here on KGFX and DRGnews.com. Governor girls protecting a 27-18 lead. Governor boys pulling off the victory a couple moments ago, 61-50 the final score. Welcoming you back, Justin Cowart. So grateful that you're joining us here on this Friday night. Tell you what, I know it's cold and windy in Pierre. We got great weather over here in Rapid City. It's balmy. We're hovering right around 55 degrees. Wish they would push that over east a little bit and keep us a little bit warmer as we dive deeper into the final couple days here in December. This is second to last game here for the Pierre Governor girls. Tomorrow against Spearfish will wrap up and conclude their 2025 season. 2026 season will get underway shortly after the new year. Scoopers will start now attacking away from you. If you're listening, driving around the state capitol, Governors will be coming right into your driver's seat as Olivia Vliem goes down low and hits the ground hard. Jasmine Yost was just trying to get towards that pass, and Olivia Vleem went down and just banged against the hardwood. No malicious intent, of course, from Jasmine Yost there. Of course, Jasmine Yost standing at 5'3", Olivia Vleem nearly a foot taller. So, you know, Jasmine Yost had her hands full. Great to see Vleem up and moving around, though. That was hard contact. Looked like she might have even made some contact with the head area. Such an important player for the Scoopers. Such a fun player to watch. Glad to see her back. Beautiful set piece there. No good on the putback from point-blank range for Addie Kostler. They drew it up perfectly. Just couldn't get the shot to go. Jasmine Yost has come out of the locker room sporting a wrap around the right elbow. Are you surprised to see that Jasmine Yost got a little nicked up in this game? I'm sure not. I don't call her the Tasmanian Devil or Tasman Yost for no reason. After the ball was deflected out of play, Molly Olson will inbound here on the near side. Emery Larson being hassled here. Diving for the loose ball is Emery Larson and Leah Long. Leah Long gets to it first, but the momentum carried her right into the scorer's table. No lack of effort from either side here tonight. Just a hard-fought game. Jasmine Yost running the point as she crosses midcourt. 10 on the shot clock for the Governors. Molly Olson has a look at three, but quickly covered up. Long pass across court for Emery Larson, just a bit short. Leah Long picks it off. Long with a beautiful feed pass up ahead. Addie Kostler drive in the lane. It's blocked by Kirky. Outstanding transition defense from Jordan Kirky, saving a 2-point bucket for the Pierre Governor defense. Tori Williams to inbound along the baseline, floats it in through the hands of Killinger. It'll be chased down here by Leah Long. Long will swing to Williams, gives it off to Killinger, right side wing, feeding it inside for Kostler, popcorning around on the floor, finally coming away with it is Jasmine Yost. Numbers for the Govs. Yost takes it herself, too strong off the glass. Killinger pulls down the board. Scoopers again crossing midcourt. Killinger dribbling with the left. Kostler near side wing, drives baseline, off the glass, no good. Third straight missed shot for the Scoopers, but Olivia Vleem breaks the drought, puts it in off the glass. And that's just the first 2 points for Olivia Vleem tonight. Credit the Pierre Governor defense for keeping her quiet until this point in the ball game. Another pass picked off by the Scoopers. This time it's Long. Long trying to go coast to coast, and a double dribble called as she got in the lane. Presence of Jasmine Yost forced her to pick up the dribble. Couldn't keep it in her hand. She kind of got caught between a rock and a hard place. If she was to dribble, it would have been a double dribble. If she didn't, it would have been a travel. She just kind of had to pick your poison. Kenzie Flotmeyer kicks to Olson, who had an open look, but it went right through her hands, and now a loose ball fight on the floor between Olson and Dee Haugen. Forced the alternating possession, stays with the Governors. Jasmine Yost now standing on the U of the Sturgis Brown that marries the baseline here on the near side. Into Olson quickly. Olson steps into the lane. Floater no good. Partial contact there in the paint by the Scoopers. Rebound pulled down by Yost. Kicks out to Kirky for a long two, but that's short-armed and will bounce out of bounds off the near side of the rim. Sturgis has just been peppering this Governor's offense with a press that has been getting home. They have now cut the deficit down to 7, 27-20 on our Wegner Auto scoreboard with just under 6 to go in the third. Dee Haugen, far side corner, covered by Mackenzie Flotmeyer. Dangerous pass, scooped up by Leah Long, and now another fight for a loose ball ensues underneath the basket. And did she get the timeout? No, she did not. Jordan Kirky was on top of it. But a Scooper came in to tie up with her. Arrow favors the Scoopers. They'll inbound underneath their own basket. Directing traffic, 5 seconds has already started for Tori Williams. The official is not going to wait. That's something officials will do. Oh, beautiful cut, beautiful feed, but the point-blank, no-guarded layup is no good for Leah Long, but a foul on the rebound is pulled in. Rebound was secured by Tori Williams. It was Emery Larson with her first foul of the evening. Tori Williams will look to get on our Wegner Auto scoreboard for the first time tonight. First free throw is up and through. Sturgis was just 2 of 6 from the free throw line before knocking that one down. Tori Williams. Pierre Governors, a pretty positive 8 of 14 from the free throw line tonight. Second free throw is up and good. Tori Williams with 2. Deficit now just a 5. Governors protecting a lead that's getting smaller and smaller by the minute. Kirky looking for an outlet, kicks to Flottmeyer here in the near side corner up to the top of the key for Ellen Hart. Olsen pump fakes the 3, kicks back to Hart at the top of the key. Hart dribbling with the right, hands off to Flottmeyer. Flottmeyer back to Hart. Nothing going on down low for the Govs, and Flottmeyer started to cut towards the rim. Pass went behind her, but luckily for the Governors, D. Haugen had a hand on it as it went out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Govs, but 11 on the shot clock. Inside to Kirky, too strong, off her hand, picked up by Williams. Williams inside, a beautiful feed to Briley Heath. She's got 2, and the Scoopers have made it a 1-possession game, and Kirk Beebout wants an Actegra timeout. Great start for the Scoopers here in this third period. We'll see how long Kirk Beebout wants to talk it over. We'll be back in 60 seconds after this Actegra break on KGFX.
Tokyo Japanese.
Trust. Whether you're in Mitchell or in Huron, we embody the values that have defined us for generations. We have been your partner on the road since 1948.
We bring decades of expertise to ensure your journey begins with confidence. Our goal is to turn your visit into a memorable experience, leaving you with a smile and peace of mind.
Iverson Auto of Mitchell and Huron are here to make your car buying experience smooth and enjoyable every step of the way.
Visit us online at iversonauto.com.
At Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Contact your local Actegra cooperative today, and he did so to try to stop this momentous push put on by the Sturgis Scoopers. They've cut it to a 1-possession game. Gov's still out in front, 27-24. This is the closest it's been since the first couple minutes of this ball game. Kirky inside, driving in the paint. That one is blocked. Kira Killinger. More great defense from the Scoopers. Scoopers can tie the game on this possession. D. Haugen into the corner for Briley Heath. Briley fakes the 3, drives the baseline, can't get the layup to go. Emery Larson gets the rebound, but it's stripped out of her hands by Killinger and rolls off the right thigh of Emery Larson and out of bounds. Sturgis, with a fresh shot clock, will have the possession. Quick inbound and a foul committed by Jordan Kirky on the quick shot by Addie Kostler. They have been running that play nonstop on these inbound, and it's been paying off, whether it's been a made bucket or a foul for the Scoopers. Best Kostler can do here is make it a 1-point ball game. And she knocks down the first. They did assess the foul. We didn't see the number, but we do believe it was on Jordan Kirky. As Kostler splits the pair, misses the makes the first, misses the second. More press defense from the Scoopers, making it hard living on the Govs. Molly Olson with a long pass, but a 10-second violation. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. The pass was going out of bounds. 27-25, Govs out in front. Just a 2-point lead here for the Govs. They were leading by 9 at the half. No points in this third quarter for the Pierre Governors as we're midway through. Here's a 3 for the lead for Briley Heath. No good. Molly Olson fighting for the rebound, and they're going to say, as it travels out of bounds, it was last touched by Molly Olson. Seemingly everything that can go against the Governors here in this third period is taking place. Errant passes, 10-second violations, turnovers, all the lot. Killinger guarded by Olsen at the top of the key. Driving is Williams. Williams lays it in, and we're tied at 27. Press still giving the Govs problems. It's thrown out of bounds by Ellen Hart. And the Govs are slowly crumbling here right before our very eyes. Zoe Bauer going to check in and try to give this Governors team a different look. Zoe Bauer, just a freshman, but incredibly talented and one of the many bright spots of this program moving forward. Sturgis looking for their first lead of the night here with 3:38 remaining in the third quarter. Tied at 27. Killinger on the near side elbow. Inside feed. Beautiful look for Killinger. She's fouled. They will say it occurred on the floor, so it'll be an inbound pass instead of rebounds. Or instead of free throws. That is the first foul against Molly Olson. Governor's offense has just been stuck in neutral since seemingly the midway point of the second quarter. Tori Williams to inbound, looking nearly stepping on the baseline, but gets it into Dehaugen. Up top for Kostler. Killinger driving the lane on Olsen, trying to feed it inside for Dehaugen, and that's out of bounds. And finally, a positive play for the Pierre Governors and a timeout taken by Kirk Bebout. He's going to try to wrangle in what is a game that has gotten away from the Govs. They were leading by 9 at the half. We're tied at 27. We'll be back in 30 seconds, 3:18 left in the third quarter.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Today, it was a turnover by the Scoopers before that Agtegra timeout taken by Kirk Bebout. But it felt like a huge win for the Pierre Governors, who just haven't been able to get anything positive going here in this third quarter. More press action from the Scoopers defense. Governors beat it. Jasmine Yost is forced to the ground. No foul called. Outlet pass. Kostler with the layup, and the Scoopers are out in front. Governors faithful did not like the no call, and I don't blame him. A lot of contact on Jasmine Yost. Emery Larson out and running. Kicks back to Kirky. Kirky driving the lane, fakes the kick out wide, can't hit the two from the block. Yost with a strong rebound, and she's going to be fouled in the lane. That is the first team foul called against the Sturgis Scoopers here in the third quarter. That'll go against Briley Heath. That is her third by my count, but they say 2 on the scoreboard. We'll listen to that. That seems like they got it a little bit figured out better than we do up here. Trying to keep up with all the action. Zoe Bauer inbounds, long 2 for Yost. No good. Nearly wedgied it. And a alternating possession is called as Vleem and Kirky were tied up underneath. So Zoe Bauer will inbound again. Fresh shot clock after Jasmine Yost shot hit the rim. Wilson on the far side wing, attacking here on the near side of the floor, driving in another foul call. See who they get this time against the Scoopers. That'll be against Leah Long. That's her third. Second team foul of the third. Inbound by Zoe Bauer. Somehow threads the needle through to Kirky. Kirky loses it, kicks it, and it's almost saved. Jordan Kirky was diving out of bounds to save it. Tried to kick it to the corner for Zoe Bauer, but Tori Williams nearly stole it out of the air. Her foot was on the baseline. Zoe Bauer will float it into Yost at the top of the key. Yost with a nice grab. Kicks inside to Kirky at the free throw line. Kirky to the corner. Olsen for 3. Need it, and they got it. Molly Olsen with a massive 3. The first points of this third quarter for the Pierre Governors. And now we've got a whistle, and they're going to call the foul on the 3, and Olsen can make this a 4-point play. Big thanks to my eyes on the floor, Caleb Brozick, for seeing that one. Molly Olsen with 11 points. Trying to make it 12. Governors have stepped back out in front. They haven't updated it yet on the scoreboard. But it is 30-29 Pierre Governors. There they go. Governors now out back in front on our Wegner Auto scoreboard. Good work by the scorers crew. Jordan Kirky will take a seat. Mackenzie Flottmeyer will check in. This is a big free throw here for the Pierre Governors. Molly Olson can't hit it. Off the front iron, no good. They still lead by one. Olivia Vleem nearly travels. Kicks off to Tori Williams. D. Haugen now with it. Cross midcourt. Hassled by Yost. Cross court pass to Stewart. Feeding inside for Vleem. Vleem trying to turn around. Working on Flottmeyer. Long three on the way. No good. Air ball for Tori Williams. Rebound attempt. It was last touched by the Govs when it was sent out of bounds. Mackenzie Flottmeyer quickly back into the game. That was a short rest there for Jordan Kirky. 15 on the shot clock here. Vleem at the top of the key. Beautiful feed inside. The Govs lost D. Haugen. She lays it back up for two. And the Scoopers regain the 1-point lead. 31-30 on our Wegner Auto scoreboard. Jasmine Yost crossing midcourt. A lot of contact. This time it's called. And Jasmine Yost better be careful. She flings the ball over her head backwards. I've seen less get called for a technical. Some frustration shown by Jasmine Yost. I think that's been building. There's been a lot of contact. And she hasn't gotten the whistles she thinks that she has deserved. Jasmine Yost always playing with that fire. Now Yost has got it on the near side wing. Feeds to the free throw line for Kirky. Kirky kicks out for Olsen. Pump fakes the three. Steps to the right. Wide open look. No good. Strong rebound by Bauer. Kicks to Jasmine Yost. Long two is good. And Jasmine Yost with 4 points knocks down a big shot for the Govs. Nip and tuck, back and forth we go. Killinger driving. Good defense by Kirky, but they call the block, and Kirk Beebout and the Governor faithful can't believe it. That is Jordan Kirky's fourth foul. That'll send Kira Killinger to the line. Trying to regain the lead for the Scoopers. First free throw on the way. Gets the friendly roll off the back iron and in. Leading scorer for the Pierre Governors is Molly Olson with 11. Kira Killinger, the leading scorer for the Scoopers, she's got 9 after she knocks down both free throws. 33-32, Scoopers out in front, and another reach-in foul call. Jasmine Yost now getting the calls. This will be on number 21, Tori Williams. That is her third. So some fouls starting to mount up for both sides. Mackenzie Flottmeyer heads to the scorers table. And that was the 5th team foul of this third quarter with 1:18 remaining, which means 2 free throws coming up for Jasmine Yost. Jasmine Yost does so much for this team. No, she doesn't knock down a bunch of outside long threes. Couldn't hit the first free throw. She draws fouls, plays great defense, is a thorn in the side of some opponents' best players. Love to see her hit this free throw and tie this game up at 33. Second on the way, in and out, no good. 0 for 2 from the line in that trip. 70 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 1-point lead for the Scoopers. Molly Olson picks up Killinger up top. D. Haugen now with it. Swings to Williams. Williams looks for D. Haugen at the top of the key. Good active hands by Molly Olson. She steps in between the pass, bats it into the Scoopers bench. A reset, 16 on the shot clock here for Sturgis. Under a minute to go. Killinger with it. Gives right back to Williams. Williams guarded by Larson. Trying to back her down in the lane. Looks up off the glass. It's good. They called a foul. And one. I didn't see much contact on that shot. But it was enough to draw the whistle. That is Larson's second foul. Tori Williams with 6 points, looking to make it 7. and can make this a two-possession game. 35-32 on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. She can't hit the second. Killinger with the rebound, fouled, and she makes the putback. Kirk Bebout with a long stare onto the floor. Can't believe what he's seeing. They'll call this foul, I believe, on Mackenzie Flottmeyer, which would be her first. Killinger with the 2-point play extends the lead out to 5 for Sturgis. And she gets the friendly roll after a couple bounces on the free throw. 38-32. Zoe Bauer to Olsen. Olsen looking for Yost. Governors need a bucket and need it bad. Inside for Flottmeyer. She's fouled hard by Killinger. Killinger with an impressive 12 points. That'll be her third foul. These are when the free throws become crucially important. And Flottmeyer knocks down the first with ease. When you get into these tight battles, when you're not exactly getting the favorable whistle, your defense is trying to hold tough, your offense is getting pounded by the Sturgis defense, you've got to make your free throws, and Mackenzie Flottmeyer knocks them both down. 4-point game, 4-second difference in game clock and shot clock here in the third quarter. Williams across midcourt. Governors trying to implement a press of their own. Speed up this Scoopers offense. Williams wants 3, and she gets it to go off the glass. First 3 of the night for Tori Williams extends the lead out to 7. Holly Olsen trying to thread a needle inside. Olivia Vleem deflects that one out of play. 12.8 to go in the third quarter. Scoopers have really been keying on Emery Larson, trying to take away the lightning spark for this Govs offense. They'll swing to Yost. Inside the arc, long 2, no good. Rebound pulled down by Vleem. 6 seconds to go. Vleem looking, picks up her dribble. They're running out of time. They'll need a long half-court heave, and Tori Williams will just hold on to it. And we head to the fourth quarter. Scoopers have flipped this game. They now lead 41-34 after a dominant third quarter. We'll be back with an intense fourth quarter coming up on KGFX and DRGnews.com. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Generational success means...
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Have commanded this game. Pierre Governors with only 9 points in the third period. Scoopers have done it with great defense. They've been shutting down the offense of the Pierre Governors. The press has been giving Pierre problems from the second quarter to this point. Governors and Kirk Bebout a little bit unpleased with some of the calls not going their way, but that's the way she goes. Governors are going to have to come back and cover up this deficit if they want to move to 2-1 on the season. Justin Cowart here with you. So thrilled to be here in Sturgis calling what has been a very exciting ball game. Scoopers will start with the fourth quarter possession. Zoe Bauer knifing through, gets a huge steal. Awesome play by the freshman. Jasmine Yost driving, kicks out to Olsen. Olsen for 3, no good. Kirky with a strong rebound, but a tie-up as Tori Williams was there to match with Jordan Kirky. Again, Kirky having to play with the utmost focus and has to be careful with those 4 fouls. Zoe Bauer inbounds to Olsen in the corner. A little bit locked up, trying to feed it inside to Jasmine Yost. That bullet pass is too quick. Bounces off the left hand of Yost and into the hands of the Scoopers. Governors trailing by 7 here to start the fourth quarter. Outscored 23-9 in the third. Tori Williams nearly carries, puts it up off the glass. No good. It's batted away by the Scoopers, and the Governors will get it back. Emery Larson has had a quiet night. She's knocked down 2 threes, but the Scoopers defense has really started to key in on her. And the Governors are coming to the realization they're going to have to find some other offense elsewhere. Larson crossing midcourt, trapped by 2. Floats it to Jasmine Yost, nearly a reach-in foul. Olsen thought about 3. They're giving her space, and she's called for a travel. I can't say I saw that one either, Caleb Brozick, but the whistle blew. The Sturgis student section reminds Molly Olsen, you can't do that. So another turnover for the Govs. 7:10 to play in the ballgame. Addie Kostler spinning off of Molly Olsen on the inbound. Scoopers, again, attacking away from you if you're listening on KGFX tonight, driving around Pier for Pier. Inside feed, Kostler turning on the block, no good. Good defense by Kirky. Emery Larson out and running, wants to go coast to coast. She's fouled, can't get the layup to go, but she can earn it at the stripe with 2 free throws upcoming. Again, a quiet night, much like Kirk Bebout said in our pregame interview. He said, it's a night-to-night lead. Sometimes girls go haywire from outside like Emery Larson did against Rapid City Central. Sometimes one of your best scorers finds herself with only 6, now 7 points in the first quarter as Larson knocks down the first. 35-41. Governors trailing. A Scoopers timeout has been called. We'll take it with them. Tell you what Actegra has to say on the other side of this 60-second break. 41-35. Pure trails. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
It's Dakota Mart's
To different people, but to us, it means seeing my daughter follow in my footsteps, keeping the farm in the family, just getting to do this every day. We're Actegra Cooperative, and we're generationally successful. That's who we are. Actegra Cooperative.
Hey Josie, why so glum, chum? I can't find a way to get my whole group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling. Whoa, no way! Yeah, you should check them out. Where can I find them? You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Quarter, good one going on between the Govs and the Scoopers. Emery Larson knocks down both free throws out of the Actegra timeout, which reminds you acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential. I'll finish this thought. A steal by Zoe Bauer leads to a long 2 for Emery Larson. Great hand, Zoe Bauer's second steal of this second half, and the Govs have cut it back to 3. Going down the floor, a foul is called against the Pierre Governors. Again, not much contact on that call. Looks like they get Zoe Bauer, so that's her first foul. I'll finish my thought from Actegra. Contact your local Actegra cooperative today. Thanks to Actegra for sponsoring our timeouts. 6:34 to go, 41-38, Governors trailing. A great 2-for-1 trip from Emery Larson, who knocked down both free throws. Zoe Bauer got the steal, kicked it to Larson, who hit the long 2 to make it a 3-point deficit. And now another turnover for the Scoopers as Addie Kostler tried to find Tori Williams, but she had vacated the premises, and the pass went behind her and into the bench. Zoe Bauer getting some valuable minutes here. Kirk Bebout staying with her. She's got the hot hand on defense. See if she can get a 3 here. Almost knocks it down, hits off the back iron, no good. Kostler pulls down the board, driving down the floor, a little shoulder into Jasmine Yost, no whistle. Feeds Kostler inside, long on the shot. Zoe Bauer trying to chase down the rebound, fighting for it. And we've got a foul called on the floor, and it's going to be called against the Scoopers. How big has Zoe Bauer been stepping up in the moment? That is the third turnover forced by Zoe Bauer tonight. And if the Governors can come back and get the win, she will have a massive impact on the outcome. Emery Larson gets contacted. No call on Kinley Stewart. Play continues on. Olsen for 3 from the corner. Up and no good. Kirky with a strong rebound. Gets the put back to go, and it's a 1-point ball game. Momentum is pendulum swinging back and forth between these two teams. 41-40 with 5.5 to go in the ball game. Kostler working on Kirky in the far side corner. Up to the top for Williams. Williams thought about finding a cutting Kinley Stewart, drives the lane. She commits the offensive foul. Jordan Kirky with a risky play, steps in front of the driving Williams, draws the contact, and takes the charge. I say risky because Kirky is playing with 4 fouls, and that call gone the opposite direction. Her night would have been done. She's had a huge impact on this game, too, offensively and defensively. 6 points in the first half, 8 in the game. Olsen trying to beat the trap. Tipped right to Jasmine Yost. Yost running the floor down to the near side corner, picks up the dribble and a little bit of danger. Cross-court pass to Olsen. Olsen kicks. Larson, a long 3. And it's down. Governors back out in front. 43-41. Emery Larson lights up the Wegner Auto scoreboard with another 3. Feed inside. Driving is Leah Long, and she lays it in for 2, and we're tied at 43. Governors give it away again. Now a fight for a loose ball between Jasmine Yost and Tori Williams. Will call for an alternating possession. Stays with the Scoopers. Governors cannot continue to be errant with these passes. They've all got to be on the same page. With 4:41 remaining in this ball game, you can ill afford to give the Scoopers free possessions. Arena D. Haugen dribbling with the left, and another offensive foul committed by the Scoopers. That'll be against Olivia Vleem. That's her second foul, setting the illegal screen. Jasmine Yost was trying to turn the corner. Vleem just ever so slightly slid that right foot, and she drew the foul. 4th team foul for the Scoopers, only 1 for the Govs. That could be big as Emery Larson drives and draws the foul on the layup. Emery Larson said, I'm going to take it down in the lane. I don't care how big the bodies are down there. She couldn't make the layup, but she can give the Governors the lead if she can knock down at least one of these free throws. You'd love to have both. This is when these trips to the line become so crucially important. Larson knows that, and she knocks down the first. Governors are 11 of 16 from the free throw line tonight. Zoe Bauer and Jordan Kirky check out. How big were those minutes from Zoe Bauer? Second free throw on the way. Larson can't get the friendly roll. She splits the pair. Govs lead by 1. 4:22 to go. Inside for Vleem. Guarded by Mackenzie Flotmeyer. No good on the shot off the glass. Second shot up, no good. Yost trying to jar it free, and Yost will foul Olivia Vleem on the elbow. And Vleem will take 2 free throws. And that'll be the 4th foul on Jasmine Yost. Olivia Vleem has had a quiet night offensively. Governor's defense, much like the Scoopers' defense, has taken away Emery Larson for most of the night. Governor's defense has done the same for Olivia Vleem as she knocks down the first free throw and ties us up at 44. Vleem with just 3 points on the evening after that made free throw. 6'2" junior trying to regain the lead here for the Scoopers. Second free throw is off the mark. Kirky with the rebound. Jasmine Yost charges it across midcourt. Did not want to let the Scoopers press get set up. Larson feeds it to Kirky. Kicks to Hart. Over to Olsen. Olsen for 3. Bottom. Governors lead 47-44. Under 4 to play. Riley Heath trying to drive along, go down the baseline. She draws the contact, and we'll see who the foul is called against. Kirky was in the area. I'm going to say Ellen Hart. That is her 4th. Kirky, Olsen, and now Ellen Hart all have 4 fouls. The only player on the floor right now for the Scoopers with 4 fouls is Leah Long. Kirky will head to the bench. Checking in is Mackenzie Flotmeyer. She's tasked with guarding the 6'2" Olivia Vleem. Inbound coming for Tori Williams. Floats it out. Finds its way to Leah Long, she can't get the short put back to go. Second shot attempt on the offensive rebound, no good. Jasmine Yost comes out of the scrum with the ball, but instantly has it stolen. And right back comes Ellen Hart with the steal. Up to Olsen on the far side of the near side floor on the wing, gives off to Emery Larson. Larson will float back to Ellen Hart, bounce to Olsen. And Emery Larson's found herself open for three, leaves it short, bounces right to Olsen. She puts up a three and knocks it down. Back-to-back threes for Molly Olsen has given the Governors a 6-point lead with 3:10 to go in the game. Gleam on the inside. Kicks it off. Leah Long for two, no good. D. Haugen put back, no good. Fight for the loose ball goes out of bounds. They say it's off of Pierre Governors. What a back-and-forth thriller this has been. 50-44 on our Wegner Auto scoreboard. Governors have come back from the depths of a very tough third quarter, which they were outscored 23-9. And now Molly Olsen making a big play, diving on the floor, ties up with Arena D. Haugen. And it will be another alternating possession. And the possession arrow favors the Govs. Molly Olsen, what a night she is having. 17 points. Emery Larson with 14. Yost feeds into Olsen. She splits away. Got wide open floor in front, and Olsen lays in a big two. The last 8 points for the Pierre Governors belong to Molly Olsen. 52-44, 2:45 to play. Killinger trying to feed it inside. It's stolen away by Ellen Hart. She's trying to find Arena D. Haugen, and a reach-in foul called against the Scoopers, and that'll be assigned to Briley Heath. That is her fourth foul. And with the Governors in the bonus, Ellen Hart will have a chance for two huge free throws. My, oh my, how this game has swung back and forth. Ellen Hart's first free throw is a smidge too hard, catches back iron and pops out. This game has simply been a tale of four quarters. First quarter belonged to the Govs. Second and third quarter have belonged to the Scoopers. This fourth quarter being controlled by Pierre. Ellen Hart trying to split the pair. Can't get it to go. 0 for 2 in that trip. 2.5 minutes to go here in Sturgis. Kostler gives off to Williams. Williams directing traffic, nearly walked, being hassled by Emery Larson. And we've got a whistle, and a block is called against the Scoopers. An illegal screen set by Tori Williams, and that's going to be Tori Williams' fourth. Again, the Scoopers were on offense, so this will not lead to free throws. Jasmine Yost will float it into Kirky. Kirky kicks to Larson, who swings to Jasmine Yost. Governor's going to try to use a lot of this shot clock. Hard contact as Arena D. Haugen came flying in. Did her best Troy Polamalu impression, laying the lumber on Ellen Hart, but Ellen Hart, tough as nails, pops right back up and heads to the line for two more important free throws, trying to avenge the two missed in her last trip. Hart steadies and quickly fires and knocks down the first nothing but net. Governors are 12 of 20 from the line. Ellen Hart knocks them both down. Big free throws for the Cubs. Gives them a 10-point lead with 2:09 to play. 54-44 on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. Press still on for the Cubs, trying to waste some valuable seconds for the Scoopers. Killinger across midcourt. She's trapped in front of the scorer's table, somehow gets out of it, drives the lane, can't hit it along the baseline, gets her own rebound, and cleans it up with two. Still an 8-point lead for the Cubs with 1:45 to play. Through the hands of Yost, she claims it, but is called for a travel. Kurt Bebout rubbing his face in disbelief. I'm a little bit curious about that call. She never had possession on the pass. It popped through her hands. She caught it and then planted, but they're going to say it was a walk. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick 30-second break to catch our breath. When we come back, the final 1:43 left in this ballgame. Governors leading 54-46. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KGFX.
Taking care of you.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
John
Welcome
Hoffman.
back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
36 remaining here as the Pierre Governors have overcome a 23-9 third quarter performance from the Sturgis Scoopers, in which they regained the lead and took a 41-34 lead into this fourth quarter. But oh, how it has flipped. Pierre Governors have lit it up here in the fourth, and they're trying to hold on for the final 1:40. Tori Williams at the top of the key. Now driving baseline as she curls around the side. No good on the shot. Ellen Hart pulls down the rebound. 90 seconds to go. Is it foul time yet for the Scoopers? Not yet, as the pass goes through Kirky's hands and into the hands of Arena D. Haugen. Scoopers need a bucket bad. Killinger spins, drives from the near side block. Gets it to go. 54-48. Into Emery Larson. Larson sprinting down the near sideline. Almost traveled. Gets it away just in the nick of time. Kirky spinning on the inside lane. Kicks out to Ellen Hart. She thought about three, but the Governors will back it out with 22 on the shot clock and 55 on the game clock. Trying to get a steal. Killinger cuts in front of Olsen. Olsen hangs on to it and kicks to Larson. Larson wasting away time. 12 on the shot clock, and we've got a whistle, and Kirk Bebout is called the bailout timeout. Again, Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. We'll keep it right here for this 30-second break. Emery Larson with 14 points tonight. 8 points for Jordan Kirky. 5 points for Ellen Hart. 5 points for Jasmine Yost. But the two key players tonight have been Zoe Bauer, who checked in and made some incredibly valuable plays late in the third and early in the fourth quarter to switch the momentum for the Pierre Governors back in their direction. And oh yeah, Molly Olsen's got a cool 19 points. Molly Olsen has hit 3 threes tonight, been great from the free throw line. Played some outstanding defense as well. It's going to be hard to decide who gets the player of the game t-shirt after this one. 54-48, 44.2 to play. Inbound pass turned away by Arena D. Haugen, and now a conversation between the officials will only take a few seconds. They'll say that was indeed off of the Scoopers. 3 seconds ticked away, 8 seconds on the shot clock, 41.8 on the game clock. Ellen Hart looking to get it in, throws it into the thigh of Arena D. Haugen. She gets the steal, floats it ahead for Riley Heath. Heath kicks out to Williams. 3 on the way for Williams. No good. Rebound pulled down by Kinsley Stewart. No good on the putback. Fight for a loose ball on the rebound, and it'll go out of bounds off the thigh of Riley Heath with 28.2 to play. So now the Scoopers have no choice but to foul. They've got 3 players on the floor with 4. Emery Larson will get the inbound pass. A little push in the back from Stewart. And now we've got the reach-in foul, and the Scoopers bench incensed, thinking that was going to be a tie-up. Courtney Poole is rocking some sequin pants tonight that are sparkling under the lights, and she pulled him up to about her knees after that foul was called. She had a front row seat to that fight for the basketball. She indeed thought that it was going to be an alternating possession, but instead it sends Emery Larson, a great free throw shooter, to the line, but she misses the first. Governors still lead by 6. This will be a huge free throw for Emery Larson to hit to make this a 7-point game. Barring a foul, that would mean a 3-possession game and only 25.6 remaining. Larson's second free throw is true. 55-48. Jasmine Yost nearly steals the inbounds, but she ran so far by it creates numbers for the Scoopers on offense. Tori Williams will drive baseline, throws it off the glass, no good. Jasmine Yost just swats it away, and it rolls out of bounds. But the clock is not the friend of the Sturgis Scoopers. Each second that ticks by is 1 second closer to a Pierre Governor's victory. 13 seconds to play. Tori Williams on the left side wing, now driving the lane. It's pickpocketed by Emery Larson, stolen away by Hart. They'll just try to fling it around the hardwood for these final 3 seconds, and the Governors are going to hang on for the win. 55-48. What a gutty and gritty win for the Pierre Governor girls as they improve to 2-1 on the season, come on the road and win game 1 of this 2-game road trip. Awesome win by the Pierre Governors. We'll recap all of it in our Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show when we come back after this short break. Govs win on KGFX at drgnews.com. More to come from the post-game show after this.
Dr. Ryan and his team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg would like to thank their wonderful patients for allowing us to treat their whole family, from infants to elders and everyone in between, including routine dental care, same-day crowns and bridges, implants, and many more procedures. We are excited that soon we'll be able to offer IV sedation. We are excited for what the future will bring. Call 224-7774 to schedule an appointment today. Again, thank you to all our wonderful patients.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports, from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School Sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications, as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
Welcome back into the Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show. I'm Justin Cowart, recapping an awesome win for the Pierre Governors. They get it done 55-48. As what a win it was, and kind of a tale of four quarters here for the Pierre Governor girls as they started off out in front. They took a 19-12 lead in the first quarter and then took a 27-18 lead into the half. After that first quarter is when the Sturgis Scoopers started to settle in defensively, and they really got things going. is they started to press, made it very hard on the Pierre Governor girls to get any sort of offense consistently going. And then the third quarter, things just seemingly started to fall apart for the Pierre Governor girls. A 23-9 outscoring by the Sturgis Scoopers in the third quarter set up a 41-34 Scooper lead going into the fourth quarter, but oh, how things flipped. Governor's defense started to settle in, held the Scoopers to just 7 points in the first quarter, and the Pierre Governors scored 21. We got a couple players to talk about. Let's quickly recap some scoring from tonight's matchup for you. On the Sturgis Scooper side, they were led by Kira Killinger, who had 16. Tori Williams had a nice night. She had 9 points, and Addie Kostler finished the game with 8. For the Pierre Governors, a couple players in double digits, Molly Olson and Emery Larson. Olson had 19, Larson with 15. Jordan Kirky finished the night with 8. Jasmine Yost finished the night with 5. Before we get to some later segments here in our post-game show, let's quickly take a look around the state at some final scores. On the AA girls side here tonight, Huron beat Rapid City Central 49-44. RC Stevens over Mitchell 49-35. O'Gorman gets the win over Sioux Falls Jefferson 76-48. Aberdeen Central beats Spearfish 52-36. Brandon Valley over Sioux Falls Roosevelt 76-33. And of course here, 55-48, Sturgis gets the win. From the AA boys side, Spearfish beats Aberdeen Central tonight 56-45. The Pierre boys win at 61-50. Harrisburg beats Sioux Falls Washington 57-41. Sioux Falls Lincoln over Yankton 62-38. Huron beat Rapid City Central 55-41. Mitchell over Rapid City Stevens 66-48. And Sioux Falls Jefferson beats O'Gorman 66-58. And we are joined by Mr. Kirk Bebout after an incredible win by the Pierre Governors. And we'll let Coach get situated with the headset here. Coach, what a game that was. Back and forth affair, kind of a tale of quarters. Sturgis started to pick up the press in the second quarter, gave you guys some issues. That third quarter, they outscored you 23-9. What about that fourth quarter response? Unbelievable finish in which you guys outscored them in the fourth 21-7.
I just think they were, credit to Sturgis. I give them a lot of credit. They switched up their defenses. They lit a little box and one on Emery and didn't let her get any looks. And it just took us a while to adjust to that. It's one of those things where it's always on your list of things to work on and practice against, but we haven't really had a ton of time, to work on jump defense, offense. So the girls kind of adjusted on the fly, started to figure out some things where we get some shots for people and move the ball a little bit and not freak out against the press. Obviously, it's something we got to keep working on. We do that all along. So, it's still before Christmas, so those are things we're working on. But that is a really good win just for the fact that we had to overcome a lot of adversity. They threw some different girls in there in some different spots, and they stepped up huge for us. And just to find a way to win that game when, honestly, it looked like we didn't really have a chance for a while there. So, really proud of the girls, happy for them. And, we just want to use it for momentum. We got a really tough one tomorrow, but it's nice to get this one tonight.
What do you think that does for your team, knowing that they can have a third quarter like that in which seemingly everything goes Sturgis's direction and they bounce back, show that fight in the fourth quarter to get the win?
Yeah, that's a really good sign because that's going to happen. We play some really good teams, and there's going to be some times when it doesn't go our way, and it's a little frustrating, and you just got to keep playing. And if you do that, some good things will happen. So that's kind of our last 2 games with Central, and then tonight, we had to overcome some of that and find a way. And it's fun and gratifying when that happens, but then also just realizing we got a lot of work to do, and it's a process. If we would have lost today, we could have a game tomorrow. So it's all about growing and learning. But yeah, to get back to your question, what more than anything, it just says like whatever they come across, whether it be in basketball or life, they have some tools where they can bounce back and handle that.
Life moments here with Kirk Bebout. Kirk, final question for you. We know you got a quick turnaround, got to get to some film tonight. But, you talked about the absence of Emery Larson. In our pregame interview, you said, hey, it's got to be any girl, seemingly any night. They can have up nights, down nights. Molly Olson steps up tonight with 19 points. She had an outstanding game. She's going to be our player of the game. Sorry to spoil it for you folks. But the play that Zoe Bauer played coming in as a freshman, making some incredibly crucial steals late in that third quarter, kind of shifted the momentum out of that game. We talked about some of those underclassmen coming off the bench for you. How big was she for you guys tonight?
Oh, and that's what I was talking about before the game. I believe in all those good, even if they didn't get in tonight, they're probably going to end up with chances at some point in time. And I believe in them. I know they can step in and do some things. And, Zoe provided us a little spark there, and it was fun to see her out there getting those opportunities, and she made some big plays for us. So, yeah, really fun to see, and I'm happy for Molly. I mean, yeah, she ended up with 19. I think she'd probably tell you that she didn't play her best game, to be honest with you. Like, we don't really worry too much about the points, although we need them. But the great thing about that Molly did, same thing. She kind of epitomized what we did tonight of things weren't going our way, and it looked pretty bad for a while, but we just kept going and then stayed positive, and then it turned out in our favor.
That's head coach Kirk Bebout. Kirk, thank you so much for your time. We'll see you on a short turnaround tomorrow afternoon. Yes, sir. Absolutely. That was head coach Kirk Bebout after tonight's big win for the Pierre Governor girls. We're going to step away for 60 seconds. Sorry to spoil the player of the game for you, but we'll still talk about Molly Olson tonight on the back end of this 60-second break. You're listening to the Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show live here on KGFX.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Welcome back into the Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show. I'm Justin Cowart. We just heard from head coach Kirk Bebout, and now it is time to get to our player of the game segment sponsored by Bauman Lumber. Before we do that, let's hear a great word from our great friends at Bauman Lumber.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
And, well, there's not much anticipation or questions about this one. I already spoiled it, but Molly Olson is our player of the game tonight. Huge stepping up in a crucial spot for the Pierre Governors tonight, especially when the Govs got behind. She finishes with 19 points. This was a tough decision. Zoe Bauer could have very easily earned this player of the game t-shirt for the big plays that she made, but Molly Olson, especially in that fourth quarter, just could not be denied. She had 8 points in the first half and then just went for 11 in the second half, going absolutely nuclear for the Pierre Governors and assisting them in getting this win. Govs improve to 2-1 on the season. Well, folks, if you enjoyed listening to tonight's game on KGFX, reminder, we've got multiple games going on across multiple stations on most nights, so download the DRG News app to make your listening experience much more streamlined and much more enjoyable. Let's look ahead to tomorrow. Pierre Governor girls will stay here in Rapid City, take on Spearfish tomorrow afternoon. Our coverage will begin at 2:30 Central Time. We've got a 3 o'clock tip-off. You can hear it right here on KGFX and watch it live on drgnews.com. While the folks are filing out of the building, and the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you, do not fear for deer. It starts with you. You've got some place to be. Want to give a big thanks to all of our great sponsors for letting us broadcast high school basketball here in Sturgis tonight. Our friends at Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, New Edge Advisors, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford, Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Dakota Mart, TMA, First Dakota National Bank, May Adam Law Office, Edward Jones, at Mary St. Mary's Hospital, Wagner Auto, Hag Ag, Xander Auto Parts, American Bank and Trust, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, Oahe Federal Credit Union, the Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Bauman Lumber, Birding Electric, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, and Tokyo Hibachi and Sushi. Big thanks to Bank West for sponsoring our pregame show. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety for making sure you get here and get home safely. The South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division Division of Consumer Protection for sponsoring our introduction of game officials, and Buff Nation for sponsoring our keys to success. Timeouts were sponsored by AgTegra. Halftime was sponsored by CHS River Plains. Our Bauman Lumber player of the game sponsor was Bauman Lumber. Our scoreboard, Wegner Auto, and this post-game show, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg. Big one tomorrow afternoon. Don't miss it. We'll be on the air at 2:30. Governor Boys will be on the air at 1:30 on River 92.7 for the great Caleb Brozick. For Haley Hansen back in the studio, I'm Justin Cowart. We'll see you in less than 24 hours right here on KGFX. Have a wonderful Friday night, everybody.